Hello, welcome. Today's October 1st, 2020, and I would like to share my weigh-in and all my other numbers with you. I've been doing keto since July 2nd, 2018. So here goes. I'm so excited. These numbers are so good. So my starting weight on July 2nd, I'm 5'2", by the way, and I was 186 pounds, 0.6, 186.6. That's what I started with. On October 1st, 2018, I weighed 169 pounds even. So that was 17.6 pounds lost at that point. And I looked through all of my notes because I've been kind of tracking some things, not everything. But I didn't find my weight much after that. And I noticed that I was paying more attention to my blood sugars because my blood sugars were going up. And so I kind of just stopped looking at my weight as much. I wanted to pay attention more to my blood sugars and my ketones. So let me go back to what I was on September 1st. September 1st, I was 155 pounds. My blood pressure was 137/70. My glucose was 108. As I said, I was starting to be very concerned about my blood sugars. And my ketones were 0.3. So that was on the 1st of September. My waist was 32 inches. My hips were 38. My chest, 36. And I just measured my left arm, and that was 12 inches. So I could have done a lot more measurements, and I probably should have, but I didn't. And today I woke up and I was very pleased with my numbers. I am so happy. I haven't lost this much weight in 1 month since the very beginning of my journey. Actually, I think this is actually more than what I lost the very first month. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that was. So this morning, I weigh 146.6. That is 8.4 pounds down. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. My blood pressure was 121/82. My sugars, I was so happy with this. My glucose was 78. From 108 to 78. That is terrific. I am so happy with that. My ketones were so high. They were 3.1. I was so happy. My waist went down 2 inches, 30. So now if one of the markers for health is if your waist is about half of your size of your height. So mine would be 32 inches. I'm really short. I'm not quite that short though. 62 inches. 62 inches tall. I'm 5'2". My waist is 30. So I am perfectly where I need to be as far as that goes. Still need to lose a little bit more weight, but as far as my problem with cardiovascular problems and blood pressure problems and all that kind of stuff, that is where it needs to be. My hips are still 38. My chest is 35.5. And I decided I would measure my right and my left arms. My left arm was 11.5 and my right arm was 12. So like I said, I really don't know. I went down a half an inch for my left arm, but I didn't really do my right arm before. Okay, so in September, I had 4 goals, and I will share 3 of them. The other one is about this channel. So number 1 was I was going to track all of my food, and I will share a clip, a copy of my tracking right here. And so you can see that I tracked, I think there were maybe 3 days that I forgot to track, but for the most part, I tracked all my food. Number 2 was no snacking. And that really helped me as well, because I was paying attention to more of what I was putting in my mouth and paying attention to when I was putting it in my mouth. Number 3, now I did fasting. I did some fasting. Now, if you are new to keto, I want to clarify this. I've been doing this for over 2 years. I'm not new to keto. So I have been paying much more attention to, how I'm eating, and fasting is something that you want to do later on after you feel much more comfortable with the keto diet. But I've been fasting 3 days a week. I fasted in the morning, and so I didn't have my breakfast. I didn't have my lunch. I did have a dinner, and I still drank my coffee in the morning. So that was my Monday, Wednesday, Friday habit. Tuesday, Thursday, I fasted in the evening. So I had my morning, my breakfast, and my lunch, and then in the evening, I would skip dinner. So what would happen was on Tuesday, I would not eat dinner, but I also, the next day on Wednesday, I wouldn't eat breakfast or lunch. So that kind of had me in a caloric deficit. So I'll share a picture. I had a caloric deficit. However, there were 12 days that I went over 1,500 calories. And a couple of them I was over 2,500 calories. So that is something that, people say that you have to starve yourself in order to lose weight. No, and when I say that I fasted, I didn't feel it's a mental thing. It has nothing to do with how you're not hungry. It's very strange. It's not like if you're having carbohydrates all the time, you're like, I need to eat every 2 hours. You don't feel like that at all. So those were my September goals. So now my October goals, I am still going to keep tracking my food. I think that really helped me to pay attention to what was going into my mouth. Every morning I do my positive journal. I've talked about this before, but I list things that I'm grateful for and things that I want to see happen, and just kind of start my day in a positive way. So tracking food. And then I noticed at the very beginning of the month, I noticed that my protein was much, much higher, and I didn't feel so good. So I started putting more butter in my coffee. I would put butter, I know that sounds strange For some of you that have not tried it, try it. It's really good, very tasty. Make sure you mix it up though, otherwise you got butter chunks. So I've been putting butter in my coffee, or cream in my coffee. I've been doing that a little bit more. And I've been upping the fat. I've been putting butter or bacon grease on whatever meat that I have. So that gives me a little bit more fat. So I'm aiming for 67 to 80% of my caloric intake will be coming from fat this month. That's helped me to feel so much better. I've got much more energy. My legs are not cramping, which I thought was amazing. So that's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to do resistance bands. I think I've talked about that before. I've got a previous video. I'll link the videos down below. I'm still not sure about how to link them up there. So anyway, resistance bands, I'm going to do that 3 times a week for 20 minutes. And I'm going to do girl style push-ups every day. I'm going to do 10 to 30. I'm not going to specifically say I'm going to do X amount. I'll do 10 and up to 30. If I feel comfortable and start doing regular push-ups, that's great, but I've never done anything like that before. And instead, number 5, my last goal for this month is, instead of tracking and fasting every day, pretty much, at some point or another, I'm going to do at minimum a 24-hour fast once a week. And I'm not exactly sure what day I'm going to do it. It will depend on the activities of my family, so that, if they want to go out to eat during a certain time, I will be able to do that. So those are my goals for the month. I am so happy that I am down a total of 40 pounds. It's taken me over 2 years, and I am okay with that. I am starting to feel so much better. This month has been a renewal of energy, of just feeling good and ready to share my experience with you. So if you have some goals for the month, please share them. I'd love to hear, and we can talk about it. So please comment down below, like this, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're interested in more videos. I've got 2 already that have been done. They're all completed, and I'm looking forward to sharing some more information with you. Talk to you soon.